the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? The kids are back at school, which is great news. Do you know the best thing about the kids being back at school is
everything?
The gossip that you get around.
Mate, this is what makes me nervous because a lot of the kids go back this Thursday, and I reckon all the mums and the chat groups are sitting back going, there is a beautiful calm before this mad storm that's about to hit.
Well, this is the thing. At the end of the year, you're over school drop-off and pick-up. I mean, you know all the goss. You know what's going on. You know the single mums that are looking for new relationships with the young teachers at the school and all this kind of stuff. You've heard it all before. You're sick of it, right? You want to go on holidays, but when you're back, you're actually looking forward to hearing about the goss and what's been happening around the school.
Have you got some goss, have you?
Oh, man, have I got some goss or not?
Really?
So school pick-up the other day, I was talking and I was asking about a certain family because I didn't see them. I wanted to catch up with the dad. It was a football-related question I needed to ask, and I asked one of the mums, have you seen him? And they said, oh, no, haven't you heard? They've left the school. The family's left the school.
Oh.
And I said, why is that? Mum got caught vaping in the kids' toilets at the Christmas carols.
What an iconic sentence.
Mum, if there's two things I want to tell you. Don't sing too loud and don't vape in the toilets.
Hey, is that really that bad? My God, is that a dismissible offence?
Well, do you know,
As a parent, you can be expelled from a school.
Can I add to it? She was in the cubicle and there were kids in the toilet. So there were young girls. There were other young girls. They were just at the sink, but she was in the cubicle hiding on her pineapple bubblegum flavoured vape. And one of the teachers came in to tell the girls, "You're up next for the Christmas carols," and knocked on the door. And there's mum in there vaping.
Wow, is it just me? Or I don't think that's that bad. Is it that bad?
Well, I mean, if you're trying to set an example at a kids' school Christmas fair, it's probably not the. It's
but what's the example that you're a human being?
Well, you can't get expelled as a family, but they were highly embarrassed about it, and they were thinking about moving anyway, and they've just packed up and gone to another school.
I hope that in the entrance interview they said, look, we just want to know are the fees direct debit? How important is the tie and blazer? And also, am I allowed to vape in the toilets? We've just got to cover all this off.
13 24 10. Did you get into trouble at your child's school? Here's another one for you. At the end of last year, a mate sent this through, but his son's high school. These parent WhatsApp groups are just getting out of control now. Yeah. So the year finished at the end of last year and there was one mum who wanted answers. This is in the holidays. We're talking the Christmas holidays. Wanting answers for 2025 and where do we get this and what do we do that? And one of the other parents has completely lost the plot and said, have a rest. We're in the holidays.
Oh, good.
And then another family has gone, that person for blowing up.
Oh,
the WhatsApp group has blown up and the school has had to get involved and shut down the WhatsApp group for 2025. It's done and dusted.
Here's the one that we had on the chat the other day. What's Francesca? She's in kindergarten. Is she in kindergarten or prep, Tom?
She's in kindergarten.
Kindergarten, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's in kindergarten. Someone on the chat wrote, is it a concern that my daughter can't spell their name yet? I don't know. I mean, is it the school's issue or is it your daughter's issue or is it the parents' issue? Shouldn't they be able to spell their name by now? My daughter can't. It's not my issue. It's not the group's issue.
That is a valid question, and that would be the school's issue. And also, maybe it's time to call in some help.
If you need to.
I got in trouble, not on WhatsApp, because I'm what do they call it? You're a lurker, not a feeder. I'm a reader, not a feeder.
Yeah, I like that.
I can't wade into it.
No.
But I owe every single time I send my children with the correct colour for Harmony Day or the streamers, I owe it to those women on the WhatsApp group that seem to know everything. But I did get in trouble once. Actually, I've been in trouble a few times, but the most recent time was I had to leave a they call it something else now, but it's essentially sex education
Right.
forum.
Oh, right.
A form, sure.
Because
A forum.
I am really, in my mind and everywhere, I'm 12 years old.
Filthy.
And if someone mentions bosoms or ovaries or periods or erections, I giggle
It's good-
like
it's
an
good to hear.
absolute idiot. And I have the misfortune of having a daughter at the same school as an old school friend of mine.
Right.
Yeah.
So we always sit together, me and Nat.
No.
And it's just like being back at school.
The naughty kids.
And I had to get up in the middle of this. Everyone is so mature and normal. And I am hunched over, wheezing,
Awesome.
bumping into chairs, trying to get out of this place because I am an idiot.
Someone said pubes.
Pubes. Yeah,
Oh, that's
all of
funny.
it. Like, oh my God,
I
I
love that
cannot be
moment.
trusted to be a grown up. I
Could we
can't.
ask the parents to behave, please?
Yes. Okay.
Paige in Rouse Hill, welcome to the show. You got in trouble at school, did you, Paige?
Well, yes, my dad did. We were fresh to start a new high school, year 7, a very small Christian school, who were quite strict, and we had a working day before the year had commenced, and nice hot day. At the end, Dad proceeded to go to the boot of the car and bring out a case of beer for everyone and share it around, in which they don't drink alcohol. So that was a nice start.
Oh, man. End of the day, well, we're going to have a can, aren't we? We're going to have a couple of cans.
Oh, and then he kept pushing. It wasn't just the one offer.
Oh, Dad.
I love that. Geez, isn't it? When you go to a school event, there's always one parent at some stage that will crack open an esky or something. There will be a drink that will come out at some stage.
Do you know what? At my girls, where my sisters went to school, Dad would always, he'd work the hot dog stand at the fair. And
course.
you don't reckon he went one hot dog, one glass of wine for me. One hot dog, one glass of wine for me. By the end of it.
See, this is why the St. John's ambulance have just a little pergola, a little shade
And
cloth thing there, ready to
And
go.
just
Plastic chair.
Scotch College as well. I'd love to know what's the best wine paired with a hot dog.
Sharon. Sharon, welcome to the show. What did you get in trouble for, Sharon?
I got in trouble for spraying a bottle of champagne over kindergarten kids after our fete. We had a really big fete. We raised about $56,000, and I thought it was a cause for celebration.
Oh, you thought you just won the Grand Prix, did you, Sharon?
However, we had a new principal that wasn't happy with that, and I was a prospective teacher for that school, and let's just say I never got a job there.
Oh, Sharon, it's a nanny state. Who doesn't love being showered in champers? Come on.
The kids loved it. Their tongues were all out, and they got
Their
sprayed.
tongues
All the
were
parents
out?
loved it.
Oh, my
So
God.
the only job I got there was volunteering after that. Never got a paid job, but everyone still talks about it to this day.
Good on you, Sharon.
That's great.
What a great story.
Just spraying the kids like they've won Bathurst. It's like,
Right.
It's a shame they didn't get a chance to do a shoey.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
inappropriate places that the dancer has been called to go to. And if you've got a story, 13, 24, 10, and I brought this up and you guys do not believe it, but over Christmas we went through all the old family photo albums and I found some photos that are really, really alarming. And it was from my father's 40th birthday party. Okay. So when Dad turns 80 this year. This is 40 years ago, but I'm about to put these up on the screen for you guys now. I'd like to show
Astonishing.
Mick Fitzgerald in a chair with a red feather boa.
There's a lady in lingerie behind him, and that is my grandmother, Hazel Fitzgerald, with her fist up saying to the dancer, "You leave my son alone."
Can I further... Your grandmother looks like a caricature of a grandmother. She's in a rose-coloured... She looks like Dame Edna Everage.
Yeah.
And your dad has a red feather boa around him, and the stripper is wearing classic 80s underwear, like it's a...
Chris, is that a set of
it's
earmuffs?
There is something going on there. The photograph, I will never get out of my head.
Swanee, can I also bring this up, Fitz? Can we go back to that top photo? I don't know how to really say this, but it looks like Mick's actually really enjoying the attention. If you have a look at what's between his hands there, it looks like Mick's giving it 3 thumbs up.
No.
What?
No. He's very embarrassed. And I just can't believe in a room where there are women and there's wives, the boys have obviously organised this lady to come and do a performance for Dad, but there's women in the room. Is that inappropriate? Is that not the time to have it?
I just love, at her feet is a classic ghetto blaster, a Tiac, I'm saying, or an Akai.
Yeah.
It would have been battery operated. I want to know what song is blasting out of that to really set the mood. Is it Loverboy? What is it?
If you look closely as well, there's a bottle of champagne that I think she's ready to spray all over Dad.
Oh, it is magic.
So that is Hazel Fitzgerald, not with us anymore, but Chrissy, she was the first ever woman to play piano in a beer garden. So she could play the piano with one schooner in one hand and her right hand she could play the piano, and her teeth used to fall out over the piano sometimes.
Wonderful. It looks like she's just about to take off that homie ped and roundly slap that lady.
Okay.
Inappropriate places that an exotic dancer have been called. If you've got a story, 13, 24, 10, there's the rest.
I haven't seen that photo.
Can you show Chrissy the photo of my mum dancing, dressed as Madonna? Have a look at that, Chrissy. How good does mum look there?
She's looking over her shoulder. Is she keeping an eye on that Helen D'Amico woman?
Well, now that the high heels are off and the champagne's being opened by Mick, anything could happen. So she's watching like a hawk.
Well, Mum's got flats and stockings on. Remember that look where you could wear stockings with flats?
And was it a theme party? Because your dad's come as David Boone.
He's come as Spoonie. He's had 50 on the way here.
He was more Dennis Lilly. Dad used to say he used to look like Dennis Lilly back in the day. He used to love it.
Gosh.
I knew it was a cricket player.
Okay.
My son recently turned 16 and he loves Middle Eastern food. And I did a Middle Eastern feast at home and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have a belly dancer arrive halfway through?
Yep.
And I did all the inquiries and I was ready to go. And then I thought, oh no, hang on. There's no sadder moment than when all the excitement is over and she's finished her dance and then she's got to put a robe on and there's no music anymore, and then she unplugs her ghetto blaster and you hand her $300 and take her out to the back garage and see you later. And I just thought, I don't want that moment.
No, the end of it. You don't want the end of it.
No.
Inappropriate, Mum. Let's go to Fatima. Fatima and Dulwich Hill. Tell us what happened, Fatima.
Hey guys, happy hump day.
And to you too.
Thank you. So we're talking about my friend Chris, who's 18, circa 1993.
Yep.
Anyway, nice 18, down at the local surf club, beautiful catered barbecue, yada, yada, yada. And then in comes the stripper. So all the boys have put in, like they've done a little...
pass a hat around.
Like with coins, because no one worked. Everyone was pogged. And then, anyway, the stripper comes out, blasting. Chrissy will like this with her boombox. Remember Warren? Cheers, my cherry pie.
Yeah. What a sweet surprise.
It was cringe because his grandma was there in the background. All the parents were there. So she's gone, the stripper comes in with her own mother as her assistant. And then, so she's big red hair, big red bush. And then just gone down to nothing. The boys were loving it and we were just like...
What was Granny doing at this stage?
Dying a million deaths.
Wow.
It's horrible.
And our friend is so sweet. Our friend was a real square, and the boys did a good number on him. But look, we still talk about it to this day.
The big red bush. Well done.
God. Alison in Villawood, where's the wildest place you saw an exotic dancer, Alison?
We had a Brazilian exotic dancer turn up at a funeral reception.
Oh.
Turns out she was in the wrong spot and she was supposed to go to the 60th birthday function next door.
Awesome.
Oh,
Just
my
awesome.
God.
I was going to ask for the person that died, were they Brazilian? So
No.
how far into the act until they realise they're at the wrong party?
Like 5 minutes. She realised it was the wrong crowd.
Had any item of clothing been removed?
Well, she wasn't really wearing much, so...
Awesome.
So that
You know, every cloud.
everyone would have been going, well, that's the way Grandpa wanted to go out. Let's just roll with it.
He
All
always-
the guys are just,
He wanted one when he was alive, but...
At
You're gonna-
a funeral.
you can imagine all the fellas there going, no, it's all right. No, if she's booked in, you might as well just let her finish off the act.
Yes,
was
that's
his-
what he would have wanted.
It's his dying wish. For God's
Can
I
we-
sake.
just love that. I just love that the first caller was all about the big red bush, and then there was a sudden Brazilian at the second one, the exact
Oh,
opposite.
my God.
Can we ring my parents to get an answer on Dad's 40th? I feel like
Yes,
I
please.
haven't spoken to them about this.
Okay.
All right, let's give him a call, Jess.
I want to know
That's
whose
Mum's
idea
number.
it was.
If you got Claire Fitzgerald's number there,
Let me just type it
punch
in.
it in. We'll get Claire Fizzle. What
I
she
normally have her on speed dial, Fitz. This is a bit
So do I.
This is
Fitz,
weird.
I haven't spoken to your parents ever. Am I allowed to ask anything?
Anything.
Yeah, you,
Okay,
you can go for anything.
Okay,
there,
great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Just
Well,
not the-
Dad's...
not
Dad
the-
will struggle to hear with a hearing aid, but
Yeah,
give Mum
I
a
know.
call.
Hello?
Hi, Mum. It's your son. You're here with Whipper, and Chrissy Swan's with us this morning. You're live on air, Mum.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, Claire Fizzle.
Claire?
How are you?
Well, we're more excited than we've ever been, having seen photos of Mick's 40th.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, Mum, I found these photos over Christmas. Dad's 40th was at the Port Nalunga Surf Lifesaving Club.
It was.
Mum, we need to question the entertainment that was there on the night.
Well, it was supposed to be a... what was that? It's supposed to be a strippogram,
Yeah,
That'll do.
Well, it looks like that was what it was.
but I think she was a skinnier-gram.
Skinnier
Skinnier-gram, right,
Oh,
okay.
right, okay.
Oh, it was
right.
supposed to be a fatogram. I remember those.
Yes.
Oh, because how funny is a woman in a big body? But anyway, who
Anyway.
organised this lady to gyrate and take off all her clothes at the Port Nalunga Surf Lifesaving Club?
I know.
Who did organise it?
Yeah, no, I did. But I was very disappointed, to be honest.
What were you hoping she did?
Well, at least entertain it. And then you know what happened? Mick's mum, Hazel, she was that disgusted that she went up and sat up there with her
Oh, no.
and
yeah.
tried to. She said, "Get away from my son." She made a big.
No, this is
It
unbelievable.
ended up truly a nightmare, but everybody did crack up. It ended up quite funny, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Is Dad there? So Dad had no idea about this.
Oh, my God.
Can you put Dad on?
Hang on.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Yep.
Dad.
G'day, Mick.
Dad, we're going. Can you transport yourself 40 years ago to your 40th birthday at the Surf Lifesaving Club, and how Nan Hazel Fitzgerald blew up at you because who? So Mum organised the exotic dancer for you. Did you know it was coming, Dad?
No, I had no idea.
Because I was looking at the
She was all over
photos.
me.
She was all over you, yeah. We could see that in the pics, Mick, but it almost looks like you're quite excited to have her there, if you know
Well,
what I
she
mean.
sat on my lap. She sat on my lap. She was that big. My legs went numb after a while. I could hardly bloody walk. But she was. She wasn't an expert at it. I don't think she'd done it very, very often, to be honest.
Right, first time a trainee on the job, you might say, Mick. Did you think it was strange that your wife organised another lady to dance for you?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it was a bit of a shock. And of course, everybody in the whole joint bloody cracked up and all that type of thing. 'Cause it,
Well, you got in trouble from your mum, Hazel, Mick. Can you remember what she was saying to you and saying to the exotic dancer?
she was dinkum. She got up and she was trying to grab hold of the girl because she was on my lap. just trying to grab hold of her and put her on. Leave my son alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Get away from my son. Oh, very protective. Yeah, that was my 40th, so I can remember I was fairly embarrassed, but oh well.
You'd already jumped on the Viagra that night too, Mick. You were revved up and ready to fly.
40 years ago, that wasn't around then, that's for sure. Well, Dad, there's a bottle of champagne next to her as well. Did she spray champagne all over you? Can you remember, or there's the photos don't show that?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She couldn't spray it. Well, not just on me, just on a few other people around the place too as well. Yeah.
Couple of champagne showers.
Classic, Dad.
Loose 40th. Ooh.
Well done. Well, we had some
like
funny
an ordeal.
Funny calls, inappropriate places to do it. A lady just rang up. It was at a funeral, Dad. Unfortunately, she rocked up to the wrong joint, but they kept her performing for 5 minutes. So you didn't take out the best story this morning, Dad.
Oh well, you can't win them all.
Can't win them all. Maybe you'll have one at your funeral, Mick. Thank you, buddy.
I tell you what, it's Mick Fitzgerald's 80th this year, so you might be in store for a few surprises up our sleeve.
I'm available.
Good on you, man.
Yeah, well,
Good on you.
I love that.
That's for sure.
What a team. How good is that?
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.